A significant increase in the number of voters as parliamentary officials tie up loose ends ahead of the May 10th general election. Janelle Noel Ferguson spoke with the minister responsible for the Parliamentary Registration Department.
The 2017 voter register, which closed last week Monday, April 10th, has surpassed the amount of registered voters during the last election in 2012. This despite an historically slow start. Minister responsible for elections, National Security Minister Dr. Bernard Nottage, shared the latest figure.
We now have in excess of 176,000 on the register, as you know, and it is anticipated that there may be another 5,000 or 6,000 still to go on the register, which, if that happens, will take us over 180,000. So all of the concerns that we had earlier about the lack of registration, Bahamians have determined that they want to do most of it at the last minute.
Now, in 2012, the voter register stood at around 172,000, the latest figures showing a significant increase. The register, however, is said to be going through the final clearing up process before it is gazetted. This comes after claims of double registering and incorrect information on the new register. Minister Nottage, who has responsibility of general elections in the country, noted that many of the concerns as it relates to the register are now being addressed.
Cleanup about which you're speaking relates mainly to those persons who may be doubly registered, and that matter is progressing very satisfactorily, and expect that within the next day or two we'll have just about everybody on the register who's qualified to be there, and that those duplicates will be eradicated.
Meantime, preparations are also being made for Nomination Day on Thursday, April 20th. Dr. Nottage anticipates that the process will be a smooth one.
The nomination process is dependent upon those persons who are being nominated. It's not really a major concern of the government, except that it's responsibility to ensure that those who nominate do so properly with the proper documentation, etc. We do not anticipate that there should be a major problem there.
International observers will also monitor the election process and are expected to be in the country next week. Now, while some have questioned their presence, Dr. Nottage said it's a practice that occurs around the world and one that the Bahamas is not exempt from.
They have made requests. We didn't go out and invite them, but we have no objection to their coming. They do us a service when they come because they have an independent look at the processes to see what is going on, and they make recommendations at the end of the process. So it's not a question of them questioning our ability to hold free and fair elections, but there are usually after elections claims made by one party or the other about the conduct of the elections, and the presence of independent observers provides certain security to the government, who have the onerous task of having free and fair elections in which they are also competing.
Janelle Noel Ferguson, ZNS Network News.